Those are two different, never mind.
Nicole here, Kylie Bear behind the camera.
Yo.
That's my husband. Welcome to my new meal prep for 2020.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We got some new food, some staple foods, and we're gonna show you, this is literally the easiest and tastiest meal prep. So if you're looking to lose weight in the new year, we made this meal prep really quickly, and it's super tasty, and it helps keep us on track and meet all our fitness goals. So we learned throughout the years that choosing one meat for a meal prep works for us. So what you're gonna see here is some ham, and we're gonna use this for our lunch and our dinner for 6 days. Then on the 7th, we usually have a cheat day. So this ham was on sale for those who are on a budget.
It's a great thing about this time of year is those big spiral hams are generally on sale, especially after Christmas. So we picked a couple of these up.
And it makes a ton of meat, and it was super easy to do.
We baked it in the oven, 2 of these at 325 for 45 minutes. And it's done. These hams are already pre-cooked, which is another good thing. So you're just basically warming them up, adding a little bit of flavor by browning the outside. Chop them up, put them in your meal containers. Good to go.
We peeled the skin off once they were cool.
Yes.
And we baked them both at the same time. So we saved time there as well. Then we've got Brussels sprouts. These are 2 club-sized bags of baby Brussels sprouts, and we basically roasted them in the oven.
Yep, roasted them at 450 degrees for 15 minutes, flipped them. We had 2 different trays, so we flipped the trays another 15 minutes. Then, to get the nice color on top, we broiled them a bit, and it adds a lot of flavor. We also seasoned them with garlic powder and pepper.
And they're actually really tasty. We have some jasmine rice for workout days. This literally threw 2 cups of uncooked rice into the rice cooker, covered it in 4 cups of water, cooked it for about 20 minutes, and that's it. Put it in a container. When we eat our meals, we usually put some of this fine sea salt on our Brussels sprouts and on our rice. The ham already is flavored and has sodium in it, so we don't salt that, but we do salt the veggies and the rice, and it is super delicious. So these are our staples throughout the week. What we do is we have the Brussels sprouts with the ham for lunch, then we have the ham with the baby spinach and the rice for dinners. We also have a bowl of apples that are washed and ready to go in the fridge for easy picking, and we eat these with our pre-workout meals on workout days. We also love like the baby spinach and these baby carrots because we rinse these carrots, put them in water, and they stay for about 2 weeks fresh. And we just pull what we need, dry them off, and that's it. That's literally the prep. The baby spinach, we literally take 2 cups, throw it in a bowl, and mix it up with our ham and rice that we heated up again with the microwave.
Me and Nicole, this is going to be our 7th year in our weight loss journey, and if we've learned anything, we'll pass it on to you, that our meal prep needs to be fast and cheap. This is it. You've got carbs, clean protein, good source of veggies with the Brussels sprouts and the baby spinach and the carrots, some fruit. It's all very fast to cook and very cost effective too.
And like we said, for budget and for time efficiency, we buy one meat, and we always buy the meat on sale. We also buy a gigantic bag of rice, whatever's on sale. This time it was jasmine, and it lasts us months. So I'm gonna show you how we prep the meals. So what you're gonna see, I'm gonna prep for you in our containers a lunch and part of the dinner, because the spinach will be added on the day we eat it, and a snack. And then in a separate video, I'm gonna show you some of my breakfast meal prep. So let's get to it. Let's start with the lunch. These containers, I love these. These are amazing. Got them from Walmart. I love that they have 2 different compartments. So what I do is I put the meat in one and the Brussels sprouts in the other. I'm making mine and Kyle's lunch. So what I like to do is I write our initial on little pieces of paper, and then I tape them to the lids because Kyle has different amounts of protein than I do. That way we know exactly whose is whose. So this is super quick and simple.
Who's Z? Is that for Zelda? Oh, it's an N, huh?
You can either make up a bunch of these, which we sometimes do, and put them all in the freezer, or prep these the night before and heat them up in the microwave. Whatever you do, freeze them or put them in the fridge. They're good for about 3 days in the fridge, and we freeze the rest. And then again, we reheat with the microwave. Okay, so I'm gonna measure out the meat first. This is a digital scale. We just put the container on, hit this 0 function so that it only weighs the meat and not the container. And then I'm just gonna take some meat and place it in. I'm looking for 4 ounces for Kyle. Okay, so I got 4 ounces, and then I'm going to do 1 cup of the Brussels sprouts. And that is the lunch. For mine, I'll put a little bit of sea salt. I don't salt Kyle's because I let him do that on his own so that he gets the salt he likes.
And we generally structure our carbs around our workout, the majority of them.
So that's why we do lunch with
lower carbs.
Yeah. Just lidding this to show you what it looks like. I am gonna let it cool down first, but this is it. So then I just pop this in the fridge and we know whose is whose by the initial. Okay, so I'm just doing my lunch real quick. Mine is 3 ounces, and we do get asked a lot about how do you know how much to eat? We did this with trial and error. We sort of did some research in the very beginning, and it looked like women ate about 2 to 3 ounces of protein and men ate about 3 to 4. So through trial and error, we discovered that for me, 3 ounces of protein per meal worked best, and for Kyle, 4 ounces of protein worked best. And we also worked around to see how many veggies and how much rice we needed. And we started with half a cup. And if it's too much, you just pull back a little bit, meaning if we gained weight at the end of the week, we knew we were eating too many carbs, so we would just pull back a little bit.
And there's so many factors that go into each personal need for, caloric amounts and stuff. It depends on how much you work out and your body type and your size, your weight, so this, like Nicole said, trial and error.
And these are the portions that work for us. And basically to figure yours out, you just gotta kind of pick a measurement, eat like that for a couple weeks. If you've gained weight, that means pull back a little bit and try it again for a couple weeks.
And generally what we've found, to give you another tip, is play with your carb amounts is generally what's causing you to gain weight or lose weight, or what's causing you to not, have enough energy or fuel for your workout. You might be eating too little carbs. So play with the carb amounts.
And we learned too, not to take away carbs completely. Just pull back a little bit on them. We learned if we took them away, we would go on a backslide and we would fail. So keeping carbs in, but just eating lower amounts of them, that worked best for us.
Balance is always key.
All right, so this is my lunch prepped now, and I'm just gonna stick it over here on top of my lid. Now I'm going to make a mess and the dinner. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure the meat and the rice in here, and tomorrow when we eat it for dinner, we'll put 2 cups of this baby spinach into a bowl, heat the rice and ham up in here, and then bing, we'll dump it into our bowl of spinach, and we top it with a tablespoon, like that, of this light zesty Italian dressing. And that's it. That's our dinner. And then if we're working out, we have an apple with it before we work out. Now I'm gonna do half a cup of rice for Kyle, and I also am gonna do half a cup of rice for me. We eat fairly similar amounts, just the proteins are different. So there we go. Again, once these are cool, I'm gonna put the lids on them and put them in the fridge so that tomorrow we're set up for success. We have all of our meals ready to go. And again, this is a lunch, a dinner, and I'm gonna show you the snack now. And then we do our breakfast usually in the morning, but I'm gonna show you in a separate video how to prep what I eat for breakfast.
So we eat very simply, as you guys can see, during the week, and then we have one cheat day a week. The reason we eat like this is because, like we said before, it's cheap, it's easy to prep, but also very effective. We're able to meet our fitness goals, meaning lose weight, put on a bit of muscle, whatever we do, we just play with the amounts of food, but we want to eat clean and simple.
We leave all food groups in. So we have a little bit of every food group, and we have a cheat day because we learned throughout our journey not to take treats out. In the beginning, we didn't have a cheat day. We had a few portioned out treats a couple of times a week. Now we eat clean 6 days a week, and then we have one full cheat day. That works really well for us, and it helps us meet all our fitness goals, like Kyle said, whether we're losing weight or wanting to put on a little bit of muscle. So here's our snack for you. And stay tuned, because not only are we gonna do a breakfast prep for you, but we're also gonna film a full day of eating so that you can see the entire day's worth of food, and you'll get to see some of this stuff plus what you're not gonna see, which is another snack or two and the breakfast.
So if you're a new friend to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, because we're coming strong this January with a bunch of cool weight loss videos.
And we also show tips. We show our meal preps, what we're eating on Instagram as well. So if you want to check us out on there, we often have stories up showing what we're eating during the week, what we're eating on a cheat day.
Workout
so check
clips,
it out, workout clips.
All sorts of cool stuff.
And that's at the Collet on Instagram. So you can check us out there as well. I'm going to put a tablespoon of this light ranch dressing into each container. We use the Kraft. We found that the name brand, the Kraft version of the low calorie ranch dressing, has less fat than the no name brands out there. That's why we buy the name brand of this one. So here we go.
So throughout our whole weight loss journey, we've never counted calories or macros. It's always been portion control. Keep it simple.
Calories, counting calories, tracking of any sort always made us feel a little bit crazy. So portion control is what really worked for us.
And we're already crazy enough, so we don't need to add to the crazy with numbers.
Yeah. No, we don't need to do that. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull a handful of baby carrots out, lay them out on the napkin. I usually put about 8 to 10 carrots per container. So I just rub them a bit to dry them off. All right, these are done. Because these are the same measurements, I don't have to put labels on these. We'll just pull them out tomorrow when we have our snack. And that's literally it, guys. Our containers are all ready to go. We only have to make our breakfast and one snack tomorrow. That's it. Everything else is done.
We got lunch, we got dinner, we got snack.
So, quick, easy meal prep. We look forward, honestly, we look forward to these foods. There's not one meal that we don't like eating out of our meal plan. One more tip that we learned is the food you like, it has to be quick, it has to meet your budget, and it has to be tasty.
And it has to work.
Yes, and every week we meet all of those requirements. So, that's it. We hope you guys got some tips. Don't forget to stay tuned because we have tons more content coming for you, including a breakfast meal prep and a full day of eating. That's gonna include some of these, the full day of eating. So check it out. And this super cool Fight Through It shirt. If you want one of these babies, it's one of our new long sleeves. I also am sporting one of the 2 styles of tanks that we have available. So check out the link down below if you guys want to get yourselves some cool Fight Through It gear. Thanks for watching. All the best to you in 2020. Remember, you're not in this weight loss journey alone. We're here for you. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And now, we do the fancy dance. Bye guys. Colette's out.
Peace out.